Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on FET. The FET chart, FETCH.AI, broke recently above our trend line here. That was kind of the first signal that we needed, that some kind of a low is in place, right? So it was quite an early signal. Had a breakout and then a retest of the trend line from above, and now upside trend continuation. The market even broke above the high from end of March and is pushing higher, and it's absolutely possible that we're now working on this fifth wave to the upside. If you followed previous updates, then you know that the move down was in 3 waves. We just needed some kind of a confirmation that a low is in, and the break of the trend line was the first one. Yeah, so obviously the yellow count is also viable. We shouldn't ignore it. Okay, yellow count is viable and it's not unlikely, but for now the local trend is up and the price turned around where it needed to. I mean, at the fib level, at that 78.6 extension I shared before, 37 cents, one of the relevant fib level support levels. But needless to say, I mean, it broke below several ones before, so this pullback is already deeper than it would be ideal for a wave 4. We talked about that. Yeah, this wave 4 is too deep to be reliable, but it's still all valid. Yeah, the wave counts are still all valid. Therefore, yeah, let's talk about, and how could the structure to the upside look like in this fifth wave. And if you watched previous videos, then you know that this move up from the November 22 low is seen as an ending diagonal, which means the wave 4 is allowed to be deep. The fifth wave would likely be an ABC structure. So we would track it as an A, B, C pattern, like that. Please note that the A wave itself can be a 3-wave pattern as well. So it might be something like that. A wave, B wave, C wave. A waves can be 5-wave movements, but don't have to be. Most of the time, they are 3-wave movements. That makes it tricky to formally confirm a low. Normally, we can only confirm a low with a 5-wave move up, followed by a 3-wave pullback. Well, we only have a 3-wave move up. That doesn't make it very easy for us. However, we rely on context here, and I'm cautiously optimistic. Let's say it like that. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame, because here we already can identify a 5-wave move to the upside. Now, that being said, I am not convinced that a wave 2 pullback has already started. And I'm just showing you what this is at the moment. It can be considered a 5-wave pattern. One more high would make it a 3-wave move up. So on this time frame here, I'm showing you different scenarios, just different ways how this could develop. The only support area I can really offer is located between 39.3 cents and 51 cents. That doesn't mean this area has to be tested. It would be nice if it, if it was going to be tested. It doesn't have to be, because if you just watched obviously the first 2 to 3 minutes, then you know that the move to the upside could be an ABC structure. It wouldn't even be clearly bearish. I mean, if the market pushes higher, then this is likely just the A wave of a larger corrective rally, right? And that's how it can extend. And then again, this would be probably an even larger A wave. At some point, it will probably break or fail or something, but this is how the market could grind higher without forming 5-wave patterns. So what all I can offer at this point is the information about the support area if we get a deeper pullback. But I'm not convinced it started. The last pullback was in 3 waves. So actually, I would expect it goes a little higher based on what I see right now. Yesterday, when we reached targets, or 2 days ago, I was like, okay, now let's take a step back. Let's see how the price develops. But the pullbacks remained 3-wave movements. So if we keep going higher, then 69.7 cents would be the next upside target. I would absolutely not be surprised for the price to get there. And it would be the 100% extension. That could be the next resistance level. Doesn't mean we have to stop there. I mean, what would be the next ones? Because this is quite close anyway. The ones above, just so that you're informed. I like to inform you before, right? So that you have the levels to watch. So all I can say is this is pretty much the last chance for a pullback to start, for it to be a 1-2 setup. Because if this goes much higher, then it's this fifth wave is too long. Yeah, this fifth wave is too long to be a fifth wave, I just want to make that clear, then it's likely going to be the A wave. That is not necessarily bearish. It just means that it's a different structure we're working with. So yeah, that's what I'm tracking. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.